And there have been a small number, very small number of human remains found impossibly tangled in roots. Hello, today we're going to be talking about the root children. Some refer to them as a cryptid, others view it as more of some type of forest spirit, but today we're going to take a look at some encounters and let you decide. But first, hello! My name is Gar. If you're new here, it is so nice to meet you. I'm so glad that you're here. And if you've been here before, you know what's going on. How you doing? How's your day? Let me know. For those who don't know, I am a mailman to liminals, fictives, and cryptids. And if you have questions about that, you can go to my TikTok, because I have a pinned video that kind of explains it all. But yeah, let's go. So the first big question you might be asking yourself is, what are root children? Well, they are usually depicted as like small, cute, childlike figures that roam the forest, having tea under mushrooms and riding frogs, but are basically like kind of tiny humans, sort of. But that depiction of them is very Disney Snow White energy, when in actuality they are a tad more metal. Very Guillermo del Toro and the Brothers Grimm. It's thought that the root children come from the roots of fallen trees, but there's no way to really say for sure where they come from. All that is known comes from eyewitness accounts. So what do they actually look like if they aren't like little Miss Honey compost dirt cherubs? Well, that's kind of a hard question to answer, because root children tend to stay concealed within the ground and rarely emerge. It's actually been said if one is seen, it could be a bad omen predicting a bad harvest that year, or the imminent destruction of the land through means of fire, flooding, or earthquake. But when they are seen, it's said to be terrifying. Campers in Michigan's Upper Peninsula reportedly saw a root child pull itself from the ground, only yards away from their campsite located along Dead River Falls. Around 3 a.m., the campers awoke to high-pitched squealing, and upon investigation, they witnessed what one person described as a tangled, dirt-covered mass trying to rip itself from the ground. It had an idea of a form, but they knew it wasn't human. One eyewitness said they could feel the popping and ripping of roots through the ground, with a very distinct, potent, earthy smell filling the air. At that moment, the creature stopped. One camper said it was almost like someone turned off a robot. They somehow knew that it had become aware of them. The ground beneath them started to shift. That's when they fled. When they came back the next day to get their stuff, the spot where they saw the creature was now just a small sinkhole. Another sighting comes from loggers in California, reportedly having a night encounter where allegedly a group of root children threw trash and discarded site equipment at the workers who were clearing the forest. The workers said that it looked like tree people were attacking them. One of the thrown items was impossibly large, a trailer for a compact bulldozer thrown almost 8 feet, something not even a group of adults could achieve. Well, maybe like a herd of like bodybuilder physicists. And if you are that herd of bodybuilder physicists, I need you to email me quickly. Moving on. So you're probably wondering, if root children hide in the ground, how do you know if one's near? Well, the biggest sign is when you think you have a mole problem. Small holes will start appearing around your property or near the tree line. This and the sudden disappearance of small animals are usually the biggest tells. A woman from Washington saw a squirrel get violently sucked into the ground. 1 second there was a squirrel, the next there was not squirrel. This might have you going, they eat, they do feed. We'll get into it. So yes, usually root children feed on smaller animals. It's thought that they ambush their prey from beneath and drag them below the surface of the earth, quickly immobilizing them with their roots. Kind of like a snake, and they create what I would call a casket, waiting for their prey to suffocate and basically become fertilizer. So you might be wondering if they're dangerous. Well, yes and no. Encounters with root children are usually more mischievous in nature, but some might say otherwise. And what I mean by that is, well, you know, the makeshift caskets that I was talking about are sometimes found after seismic activity, and you know, after landslides and whatnot. And there have been a small number, very small number of human remains found, impossibly tangled in roots. So I don't think there's any. You're fine, I think. But interestingly enough, all human cases were located in the giant sequoia forest. So I would say, as long as you're not being, you know, like a weenie in the woods, you should be good. And it would take like quite a large root child to drag you under, so you should be good. Maybe. And for now, that is all I got for you today, but I want to know, what do you think about the root children? Have you ever encountered one? Do you think they are something to worry about? Who would win in a fight, Bigfoot or a root child? Things to think about. Things you never thought about. Also, make sure you like and subscribe if you like this kind of spooky content or just want to see more of this. I put out a new video supposedly every week, and it's been going well, actually, so I've been keeping to my word. But if you want to support me, you can subscribe to this, or you can follow me on TikTok, which has more information about me, and it's just stupid stuff, but I like doing it. Or I have Instagram, and if you want to monetarily support me so I can keep making more stuff like this, which would be super helpful, I have a Ko-Fi. And you can like buy me, it's like buy me a coffee or something. It's like you can send me $3. And that would be super helpful. But yeah, I'll see you later. There's more videos you can watch. Go watch them. Have a good day. Tell me spooky things. Bye-bye.